Welcome, everybody. We're doing a flyover at the new Kiki Nursery location. This is our main pond. It's been in place for about 2 years. These side ponds we just cut out this summer, and we're not going to put liner in those. We're going to actually plant those out with a bunch of aquatic plants. So um, that's why the water's so milky because it's picking up all that clay. Where the other pond is lined, but it's not lined with like rubber liner. It's got geotextile fabric. So the reason for that is we just wanted to put the geotextile down and then put some sand and small pebbles and rocks and things so the fish have good substrate. So you can see some of that. There's some rocks in there and sand and whatnot. And then we go over to where we're going to do our permaculture swells and whatnot on that hill. And there's our bottom pond that we just dug out this summer as well. You can see the big dam wall. And it seems to be holding water quite well. So fingers crossed we can get this thing all the way up to the top and without any leaks, or minor leaks if anything. But you can see the two test holes there at the bottom of the screen. And you can see it's milky as well because it's picking up all that clay. So this one's filling about twice as fast as the other ponds up top because it's getting a lot more runoff. And there's also a trickle coming in for a natural spring. So that's Spirit Lake Highway out there. If you follow that east right there, it goes up to Mount St. Helens. Pretty cool. And this area right here was logged before we purchased the property, and it's all been replanted with Doug fir. And all those taller Doug fir right there were what they call leave trees, which basically means they leave those around streams because there's a small stream going through there. So I believe it's a 100-foot swath of trees, and a lot of them are blowing over because they're all exposed. Once they log all those trees, it opens up all the winds. So we've got a lot of blowover that we're just kind of leaving there. And I've got the drone positioning itself basically on the corner of our property. A little bit of look at the surrounding hills. You can see all the open areas that, like companies like Weyerhaeuser go in and do their logging. And that is the North Fork Toutle River that you see there in the middle of the screen. And our next door neighbors, they've got a new shop there, and they're building a log cabin next to it. So at this point right here, this is the corner of the property. And like I said, it's a little bit wet through there. That's why you're not seeing the Doug fir growing. That's more like alders and things that, cottonwoods, things like that grow better in the wet soils. So if you follow that tree line, that Doug fir tree line right there, that's basically our property edge going right out to the river. I just wanted to give you a look of what we're working with. So that's all the lower part down there. It's all full of pumice rock. It's really neat. And this road that goes down is all nice and graveled in by Weyerhaeuser. Actually did that when they were using the property for logging. And you see some deadwood standing there a little bit. Probably get in there and clean that up eventually, but it's good to leave too for the wildlife and whatnot. So, and you can see a lot of regrowth there. All those yellow leaves are alder and maple, and the taller ones by the creek there are cottonwood. We'll leave some of that too, just for some biodiversity, and we don't want to be, we don't want to create a monoculture where it's just easier for pests and things like that to be invasive. Um, so this whole area is we're going to be using. So we basically took 10 acres out. That this whole more leveled off top part of the property, we zoned out for agricultural use. And where the Connex boxes there, that's going to be the garden center area, and where it's the road's gravelled around there. That's going to be where the nursery stock's going to be planted out. And this down here will be, more of a future use. That green line that you see going through right about the middle, or bottom part of the screen now is the property line going out to the river on the other side. So that's our neighbor's house they just built last year. So that line right there, I'm going to position the drone over to the corner there, and then we'll look out towards the river. So if you follow that green line through the trees there, it takes you out to the North Fork Toutle River. So that's the two sides of the property looking out to the river. So lots of room. We have lots of plans. So like I said, that the garden center is going to be right there where the Connex boxes are, and to the right where the trailer is on the left and the little shed is going to be greenhouses. And this area down here is going to be phase 2, probably phase 2 and phase 3 of Kiki Gardens. So we're doing a big display garden. We talk more about that on our website. So if you go to kiginursery.com, you can look up the section where it says Kiki Gardens. And we also have a parrot sanctuary and rescue. So we call that Kiki Birds Parrot Rescue and Sanctuary. And that's also on our website at kiginursery.com. So this is that lower pond. You can see how much more water's filled if you watched our previous videos. So it's currently raining, and you can hear water going into it. But yeah, the furthest, that right there, I'm zooming in. So the furthest away right there is, I'm going to guess, probably about 8 feet deep right now. So I'm really hoping this thing fills right up to the top. It'll give us a lot of irrigation water throughout the summer. So for comparison, just 16 days ago, this is what the pond looked like. So it gives you an idea how much rainwater we get in the Pacific Northwest in just 16 days. So pretty cool stuff. Please leave me any comments of content you'd like to see us cover, or things you might want to learn about. We sure like developing this property and like sharing it with everybody. So yeah, leave us some comments, and till next time, thanks for watching. Bye.